Hi guys, back here with another video. This is a review of my latest belt. This is a HD acid etched Undisputed version 4 made by Muhammad Nawaz. This was a unplanned purchase, but when I saw it pop up for the price that it did, I just couldn't turn it down, and I received it a couple of days ago. Gave it a look over to make sure everything was fine, and it's absolutely amazing. This is the last version of the Undisputed / WWE Championship. Obviously Triple H had the V1 which had the WWF logo, and then there was a V2 which was held by The Rock, Undertaker, I think Big Show, Brock Lesnar. I think Kurt Angle held that one as well. Then the V4 was held by Eddie Guerrero, JBL, and John Cena was the last one to hold it before debuting the spinner. Which makes this the V4 is that it's got 2x5 snap boxes on each side, no 6 logo plate, and the shields on the side plates are painted black, like the current WWE Shop V2. I was a big fan of this belt. It had a very symmetrical look with 2 side plates on each side, 2x5 snap boxes. I just love the look of that belt. I do prefer the size of the V1 Undisputed. And the V1 Undisputed also had nugget texturing behind the WWF logos, which was a very good look for that belt. So the V1 and this V4 are definitely my favourite versions of the Undisputed. They started referring to the Undisputed belt as the WWE Championship when Brock Lesnar was drafted to SmackDown. So then it became the WWE Championship, and that's when Raw debuted the big gold. So history lesson is over. Let's get into the review. Unfortunately, Nawaz still doesn't stamp his belts on the ends. He really should use a signature stamp. I'm not sure if this is a Nawaz upgraded leather, aka hand-tooled, or if this is press plates, but it is very nice. It's got a great feel, very flexible, nice beveled edges, J-Mar style tooling, 2x5 snaps, and these are the better Nawaz snaps that I've got. His snaps are always good, but some of them aren't always the cleanest. This is the first Nawaz HD belt I've ever got. I've only ever had Nawaz SD, and this HD is a big step up from his SD work. Not that his SD work was bad, it was definitely some of the best, but this thing is on another level. My favourite part of any J-Mar style strap, it's got the crest, WWE logos. This does not say WWE Champion. It just says WWE. I'm not sure if that was done by customer request or it was done by Nawaz. This was pointed out by my good friend Gary Sutton. He's got a good eye for this type of stuff. But other than that, really nice. Quite very flexible, very strong. Edges are not fully sealed, which Nawaz doesn't offer, but they are nicely burnished. And I can't really see any indication of peeling. Very slightly here, because this is where it bends, and sometimes there can be some peeling, but only very little. I'm sure that the edges can be sealed in the future, so I might look into getting that done. Again, 2x5 snaps. Nice J-Mar style tooling. One thing, this belt does not fit me. I tried it on the last snap setting and it was an inch too big, so I will not be putting this around the waist just because it doesn't fit, but I will shove it on the waist, the shoulder, not the waist. I think I know why this is bigger. This has an inch worth of space, and then this has an inch and a half or an inch and a quarter, and same on this side, 1 inch and then 1 inch and a quarter, so that's about 4.5 inches longer than it should be. I'm not sure if this was done by Nawaz on purpose or if this was done by the previous customer. Maybe it was made to fit a bigger person, I'm not sure, but it is a bit longer. Normally there's not really this much space between the plates, probably half an inch, but this is a full inch, and there's normally half an inch here, but this is about 1 inch and a quarter normally, so I have a feeling that's why it doesn't fit me, because it is about 4.5 inches longer than usual. But that's not really a problem. I don't normally wear my belts. I do have them on my shoulder if I'm watching a pay-per-view, but I never wear them that much, so that's not really a big issue. That's just the reason why I'm not gonna put it around the waist, because it doesn't fit. So let's get into the plates. The plates are absolutely amazing. Nice black paint. The strap is beveled. The border of the V2 WWE is flat, but the border on this is actually etched, so it's like a beveled border, kind of like you have beveling on the strap. This has a similar look. Very nice. You can see how deep that is. The etching is very well done. You can see the floral, very clean, very crisp. You can see how clean and crisp the WWE logo is. I'm not sure about the stones. I think these may be Swarovskis, or they don't really have the shine of a cubic. They might be stock Nawaz stones, but that's not really too much of a big deal. They look pretty good. They look better off camera than they do on camera. You can see the black paint. You can see how clean the swoosh is. Very nicely done, nice red paint. These are 4mm. So the border is black, but the edges are gold. The only problem, there is paint splatter on the edges, so there is some black paint on the edges. I will see if I can clean that off with some acetone, or maybe I'll end up painting the edges black. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I do need to find a way to fix it. It doesn't, make a difference because you never really look at the edges, but when you do have a closer look, there is black paint on the edges of all of the belts. It's more prominent on the main plate. You can see some of the black paint has splattered on the edges, so I do need to find a way to fix that. Again, 4mm, very nicely polished edges, very smooth, very nicely cut. There's no rough edges. The only rough edge is here, but honestly you're never going to hold the belt from there or put your hand there, so that's not too much of an issue. Everything else is very nicely done. So let's get into the second side plate. These are one of my favourite side plates. I love the lion. You can see the detail in the lion's mouth, the teeth, the eyes. And then the lion is holding the shield. You can see the lion is on the shield. The floral just catches the light really nicely. That's one of my favourite things about this belt. I love the black shield with the white. it just really stands out very well. You've got the red lions, and then you've got the McMahon lettering. This is the McMahon family crest, same as on the big eagle. You can really read the letters. On a SD, these letters would be washed out, but on this HD, you can clearly read what that says. I can't really pronounce these words, so I'm not gonna try to read them, but you can see for yourself what they say. Same side plates on this side, identical to the other ones. The lions are flipped, so this one's facing inwards. Same shield, same lion, just facing inwards. Same black etched border. Now let's get onto the main plate. This thing is absolutely massive. It's a heavy belt. It's not as heavy as my TNA, but it is quite heavy, maybe about 7 to 8 pounds. You can see the detail in the wings, very, very sharp, very nice. Nice black paint. You can see the detail in the WWE logo. Nice red paint in there, very well done. This one doesn't say TM on it. These ones do say TM. I don't think this one does. Maybe that's an artwork error. I really think that makers should get rid of the TM, because it makes it look like a replica, which is not. So I think they need to edit the artwork to get rid of the TM parts, because there's really no need for them. You can see how deep that etching is. Nice black border with the etching. Really well done. The stones. You can see how deep that floral is on the wings. So this is what gives it the two-tone look. People always think that there's two different golds used on this belt, which is not true. It's always the same gold. It's just that these parts are so closely etched that in certain lighting they catch the light differently, and it does have a nice sparkle to it. You can even see the stone holders have some detail. I'm not sure if this is TV accurate, but I really like it. There's like a floral pattern around the stone holder, really nice. I don't think the WWE V2 has that. You can really see the sparkle inside the acid etched parts. This part is the same. It has some floral. You can see how nice that floral looks. It really stands out. And even here you can see how it catches the light. Just a very nice look. It looks different here. You can see it has like a sparkle to it. And then when I do this, it looks more gold. It matches up with the gold of the center plate. And then when you do this, it has a bit more darker type of look. It looks like it's changing colours because the way that it catches the light, but it is the same shade of gold. It's got the Rock nameplate. I think this is 2mm. It is nicely etched. The Rock. The Rock was one of my favourites to hold this. The Undertaker was a favourite to hold it. Triple H. JBL was one of my favourites to hold it. I know that he was not liked, but he really put this version on the map. I think Eddie Guerrero, he should have had a much better run with this belt. his run wasn't the best. He had some good matches with JBL and Brock Lesnar, but I think he could have been champion for a bit longer. Nice etched globe. This is a favourite for a lot of people because this was one of the first belts, or the V1 was one of the first belts to have a black globe, and it really works for this belt. You can see it says champion, World Wrestling Entertainment. Then you've got the eagle, the eagle's wings, like the feathers. Even though this was referred to as the Undisputed, this belt never said Undisputed. I think the only belt to say Undisputed was... I think this is the only one to say Undisputed in WWE history. So even though this was the Undisputed title, it never really said it on the main plate, which is why they could easily refer to it as WWE Champion, because it says WWE Champion. So even though they refer to that one as the WWE Championship, it still says Undisputed Champion. But, you know, WWE, they do stuff without thinking. And I think the fans or belt collectors care about that stuff more than the actual WWE do. Let's get into the leather. Very flexible. It's got a nice touch. You can, due to the bolt positioning, you can see the main plate. And I don't know why they do this. They really should clean these. It looks really bad. Like, it's got like a rusted type of look. The front of the plates are so nice, and then it gets ruined. I know that nobody's going to see these parts, but when they leave like an overlap, I think they could polish these parts a little bit. Maybe clean them up, because they don't really look too good. Again, nobody's really going to see the back. But when there is a bit of plate shoving, you do want it to look good. That's just my opinion. Really nice and flexible. Again, you can't do this with a WWE belt. The strap would just crack. So very nice and flexible. But again, strong enough to hold up the plates, so you don't need a stand. Okay guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show this belt around on the shoulder, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. As mentioned, this belt does not fit me due to the longer strap. This is how it looks on the shoulder. This thing is a beast. Very similar size to the WWE shop, so they've done a very good job on the size. Very big belt. It covers my shoulder and most of my chest. Again, I'm 5'5", about 170 to 180 pounds. This is how it looks. It does fit quite well because it is real leather, and the strap does hang down a bit more because it hangs off the center plate a bit more, so it does go round your shoulder a bit better. If the bolt positioning on the center plate was slightly different, then it might not fit so well, but that's how it looks. So now I will show you the curve. This does have a very nice curve like the real belt. I can pretty much put my hand in underneath the curve up to my forearm, so it is a big curve. Because it's such a big plate, it does need a curve. If anybody remembers, the first WWE 2mm replicas, those were really flat and the plates were really big, but these do have a nice curve like the official WWE V2 replica. You can see the thickness of the plates, 4mm. I think the side plates are curved. The side plates are very slightly curved, which is a nice touch. They do help the belt fit a bit better around the waist. I'm not sure if the smaller side plates are curved. I think they are. One thing that I do like about this belt, I will show you guys. Because the strap is longer, you are able to snap it up on the first row. This is how Ric Flair used to hold the crumline. He used to snap the first row of snaps on each side because the strap was evenly cut and it was made longer for that reason, I think. This one has a very similar feature. I don't think that was done intentionally, but it is a very nice touch. So you can, this is even, there's no overlap or anything, so you can hold it. You can hold it like the crumline if you want to. Obviously the crumline is the crumline and this is the Undisputed. Two completely different belts, but I do like the feature. Again, you can see how well it catches the light. So you can see the fence, that's deeply etched. You can see the stars. On some belts you can't tell that the stars are stars because it's a SD etch, but on this one you can clearly tell that is a star. And it's got some black paint which looks really good. There's another star right there. I never knew this belt had so many stars. I mean, I knew they did because I've had a couple of versions now. I've had the 2mm Figs replica. I've had the WWE upgraded V2 with the 6mm plates. I reviewed a Altair Undisputed V1 a couple of weeks ago, if you guys remember. But you can really tell that these are stars. They are in the shape of stars. So that's just one benefit of the HD etch. It really does bring out the fine detail. And these are stars as well, with the black border. On some belts they are very sharp and they can cut you if you accidentally touch them. This does have a rounded black border on the stars, which I do like. So guys, that's it for the review. I forgot to talk about that part of the main plate, so I just covered it right now. So let's wrap this review up. So guys, that's it for this review. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. For some reason, a lot of my videos have been getting thumbs down, and I'm not sure why. Unfortunately, the thumbs down do push the videos down into the list, so when people search for the videos, my video will not come up because the thumbs down will push it down into the list. If you guys can give it a thumbs up, that would be great. It will give the video a chance to be seen by more people, and if this video helped you, that's great. What do I think of Nawaz? Obviously, this is a very nice belt. I've always had nothing but good things to say about Nawaz's work. This one was an in-hand belt, so I didn't have to wait. I'm not sure what Nawaz's prices are for these. It's definitely, over 500, I know that much. But you would have to ask him for the price. I got this for a pretty decent price, which is the only reason I got it. It's definitely a great belt. The only thing Nawaz needs to improve on is seal the leather. If he can seal this leather, he will have a perfect strap. This strap looks good, it feels good, it's flexible, it's strong enough to hold up the plates. The only thing he needs is to seal the leather and he will have a perfect strap. There's no need to get this re-leathered, there's really not. The only... it's not really a big issue, but the spacing, again, I don't know if that was done by Nawaz or if that was done by the previous customer, but it's not really a big deal because it does make it a bit more flexible, like this. So that's not really a big deal to me. It might be if you want to wear it and it might not fit you, but to be honest, it's not something that I'm overly worried about. So guys, again, please like the video, share it to your friends, please share it to the groups. If you know anybody that's trying to get into belt collecting, please show them my channel. I've got belts from all price ranges. I've got the most affordable to, I'm fortunate enough to have some better belts in my collection. So if anybody's looking to start their collection, please point them towards my page. Again, please leave a comment, that really helps the video as well. And if you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Please subscribe, please turn on the notification bell so you are always notified whenever I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching.